Tonight, from in Inglewood, California, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look. We're winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Chargers set to go on offense for the first time, and they are led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020. Now in his second season out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw again on second down, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert will drop this one off to Eckler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To the air again, Herbert. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. Man open. That's Henry Ruggs. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now it's Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last two in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
It certainly looks like Solomon Thomas is really regaining his confidence. Remember, he's coming off of a torn ACL, which was suffered in Week 2 last year while playing with San Francisco. He signed with the Raiders in March. 6 sacks in his 4 years with the 49ers. He's hoping those numbers really jump up.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again. Max Crosby. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 21 carries, 137 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 2nd down and 7. Now they'll throw with Carr. His throw incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Carr. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. Now this goes out wide for Drake. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So a first interception. Really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert off of play action. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Carr now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here comes Reed. A beautiful fake. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On 2nd down, Eckler able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Carl Nassib. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Carr to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Carr again. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ellis. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr going to lead this for Drake on the draw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. To throw is Carr. It's complete to Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Throwing now is Carr. And he hits Drake. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up second down. Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Here's second and 10. Herbert now. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Badgley's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Carr over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Shotgun now for Carr. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And out trots Jared Cook with the rest of his offensive mates. There was a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the sack on 1st down, Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, it's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. When we clip out the box score, nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Herbert on 1st down now. And this is Cook with a grab. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Pushes him over. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Going on the ground with Eckler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Herbert. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Raiders heading out to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. That last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Chris Rumpf in on the stop. Follow 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
And Hunter Renfro has given them great production for a 5th-round pick. 56 catches last season, and we know he's famous for being 3rd in Renfro, but I think he's pretty good on 1st and 2nd down, too.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Reception here by Ruggs. 7 yards the pickup there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. Again, they'll throw with Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll run right here with Jacobs. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
McPherson
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Play action. It's Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free, and the Raiders have recovered. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Gets around him. And he's taken down inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now on 1st down. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver taken in the draft a year ago, and he absolutely fit the Raiders' profile of speed, speed, speed. Didn't have the immediate impact that they had hoped, just 26 catches. Hoping to up his game in 2021, he makes a nice catch there.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. And McPherson on for the extra point.
He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Joe Reed returning. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
He's going deep for Brown. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And great yardage here all the way deep. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Touchdown! Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass, and he fires one incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after the On 1st down, it's Herbert. And this is incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Herbert back to the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're punted away. Trust that defense. It's the right judge says right at the 35-yard line here. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th-quarter lead. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Here's Carr. They'll set up the screen to Drake. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. And he will find his man Ruggs. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. McPherson on for the point after.
And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 29, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. On first down, Justin Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Reed returning.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. LA set to take over again on offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And Cook has it, left side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Here's Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Reed. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Throwing after the interception. Herbert. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8.
Herbert now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First target, first catch, and a first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Here's Herbert. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, but it'll be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a draw play with Drake. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert setting up the screen to Kelly. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Operating from the gun. Herbert, and he whips that one incomplete there.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Complete to Kelly. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Cook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
More from L.A. in a moment. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction. 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Back to throw. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Kenneth Murray, the Chargers' leading tackler, as a rookie last year, in on the stop.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
Herbert and the Chargers
down by 12. 1:51 on the clock. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Herbert going to throw.
Allen, nifty footwork. And he's got this down to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. That's caught by Kelly. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a throw here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground.
More from L.A. in a moment.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Throwing, Herbert.
And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Now Herbert.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Ghost game report player stats.
So for Las Vegas, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.